Hey guys, this video is to update you on everything that's been going on this month. I know that we have been a little MIA, and that is because there's some big stuff happening, and a lot of you already know, but for those that don't, we're moving. We've decided not just to move houses or cities, but we are moving to the last frontier, up to Alaska. Probably not a surprise to a lot of you, but some of you are probably thinking, what the heck are you thinking? You're gonna go to Alaska. What is in Alaska? So this video is just to give you a quick update on how we kind of came to this conclusion as a family that we wanted to move to Alaska, and to let you know what happened the last week when we were up in Fairbanks getting stuff done. So let's get into it. So our friends moved to Fairbanks a few years ago, and in December of 2016 we visited for Christmas. At that time, Dan was sold. He's like, let's move here, it's great, it's an adventure, it's different, and I said no. This place is gross, it's dark all the time, it's not cute, everything's expensive. No, we are not moving here. And he was a very good gentleman, and he backed off and said, okay, if you're not comfortable with it, that's fine. But we did feel like Washington was no longer a good spot for us. We have been feeling for a while like the Lord is leading us to something else, and so at that point we pursued other job options. Dan applied a bunch of places, and everything really fell flat. We couldn't get callbacks for interviews, nothing really felt right. We looked at moving to Salem, where we were from, we looked at moving to Florida, to Nashville, and nothing quite felt right. So we went back in July to Fairbanks to visit our friends again, and there in July is 24 hours of sunlight. Very different, obviously, than when we were there for Christmas. And I'm like, all right, this isn't terrible, but I don't like it here. Like, we're not moving here. It's too expensive and weird. It's too far away. So fast forward to December 2017, Christmas rolls around, and I'm watching our old vlogs from last year and realizing we're in the exact same place that we were in December 2016. We haven't changed. The issues that we've been striving to fix are not getting fixed. We're just hitting roadblocks. And I hate to be in a rut. That's something that really drives me nuts. And so I really surrendered to the Lord and just said, if you want us to go to Alaska, make it obvious. I don't want to go and fail because we're going against your will for us. So in December 2017, we started looking for jobs. Dan put in a couple applications, and we had already planned a trip in February just for vacation to go up and get away for a little bit. And immediately Dan got some callbacks on interviews, which is huge. We hadn't had that success anywhere else. And after some callbacks, he was able to line up some in-person interviews in February when we were gonna be up there anyway. And so at that point we decided to let the Lord have the whole situation, and we put our house on the market. So the plan was our house would go on the market the day we left for Fairbanks, and it would be empty for 10 days, and they could show the house all they wanted, and we wouldn't have to like come and go with the girls and conflict with nap schedules. And if the job interview didn't go good, or if the house didn't sell, then that was the Lord telling us that Alaska was not the right thing. We got up to Fairbanks on a Thursday night, and at church on Sunday, Dan was offered a temp job. It's not something that could support our family, but it's something that a friend of a friend offered and just said, if you ever need work, it's yours. Okay, like green light number one. Tuesday rolls around, and Dan had a job interview in the morning for the dream job. We weren't really even sure if he was qualified for it, but it's sort of in the same industry that he is in here in Washington, and it looks like an amazing company to work for. And he had that interview, and it went really, really well. That afternoon, our realtor from Washington called and said we had an offer on our house. I could not believe it happened so fast. A lot of people looked at it that weekend, and we already had an offer that wasn't too far off from our numbers. We countered the offer and went back and forth a couple times, and Wednesday morning came to an agreement and basically sold our house. We still have inspections to go through, but we're moving. Like, our house is gone. We've signed on the paper. So Wednesday we went out with a friend from our new church and we looked at a couple houses just for fun. We wanted to see what our money could buy us up in Alaska, and I will do a whole separate video on houses in Alaska because they're weird. To live in the Arctic requires some very specific things, and people, I don't know, are very interesting in how they make it all work. So that's a whole nother story, but we looked at some houses. We had the twins with us, and as we left the fourth house, which was the last one of the day, Dan got a phone call.
Okay. I accept. I'm gonna accept your offer. Yeah. Get it in writing and all that stuff, sure. Yeah. The buyer there is gonna be very happy that I will accept their offer or their counter, and so things are moving well.
So after that, I mean, in basically 24 hours, we sold our house and Dan got a job, and it was a phenomenal job. Like, I can't even believe, we're shocked. So obviously the Lord is opening the doors and giving us obvious. He says, your house is sold, that's not an issue. Here's a job. It's perfect, it's exactly what you were hoping for and more.
They made me a job offer.
Wow, nice. It's like,
They-
that's a good job.
They made me a job offer that includes full relocation.
Wow. Wow. Holy cow. So you turned it down, I hope? Yes.
Right?
It just wasn't obvious enough.
Yeah, so having a house offer that we know we want to accept, but we're kind of holding our breath a little bit, and then having this job offer, which now can cause the house offer to be accepted in the same day, is literally what we pray for.
So we looked at a couple more houses. There was one that was good and we liked it, but the property was a little funky, so we haven't put in an offer, but it's kind of in the back of our minds. And now we're back home. We got home yesterday. Actually, we got home this morning at 2 a.m. And today we are in recovery mode, getting groceries and laundry done. So we have 3 weeks to get packed up and moved. We still can't really quite believe it, but we always pray for obvious, and we've been getting slammed doors for over a year, and within 5 days, out on a silver platter, this is where the Lord wants us. So now that you're all up to date, we are gonna be back to vlogging. I'm gonna keep you up to date on packing, on house hunting, on shopping. We are gonna try to buy some stuff before we move because things are so expensive up there, and we need to prep for being up there. We need coats, we need boots, and yeah, there's a lot to be done. Winter is not over in Alaska, even though it's the beginning of March. And so we have to be prepared when we get up there to deal with feet and feet and feet of snow. And for breakup, which I'll tell you more about later, but I'm exhausted and the girls are in the other room watching TV, so I should probably get them down for a nap. And we will be in touch. I'll talk to you guys later and fill you in on more details. Bye.